The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors, Amazon.com and tpublic.com. Listeners, beware. All right, coming straight from the Mouths of Madness, I am one of the hosts, Lowdown. With me, as always, is...
F.U.Hunter. What's up, ho-ho bitches?
Ho-ho bitches.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
Yep.
Come and sit on my lap.
Tis the season, dude.
Yeah.
Christmas came early.
Dirty, drunk Santas. Tis the season. That's right. You know, it's the holiday season, so every month's got its own theme because the last 3 months of the year all have their own holiday, so... Starting off December right, we have got on the chopping block tonight 2015's Krampus, which...
It's one of my go-tos.
Oh, God. Are we just giving it away?
I know,
I'm sorry, but...
Yeah.
Dude, all right, so it's directed by Michael Dougherty. So those who don't know who he is...
What other thing has he directed?
Check your shit, because he also directed Trick or Treat, which, I mean...
It's a staple for me for Halloween.
God.
This motherfucker's taking out seasons. I'm waiting for his Easter movie to come out.
Yeah, go. Can we get a killer Easter bunny?
Seriously.
Or like a zombie Jesus? One of the two.
All right, Zombie Jesus.
We don't see enough
we
of those.
Both. We could have both.
We could.
Yeah.
It just might fall
Who will
under,
stop Zombie Jesus?
It might fall more under trauma at that point than
That's true. Yeah.
an actual release. But if we had like a Zombie Jesus movie, because no one does that.
Yeah.
Easter's all about the Easter Bunny. No one does Zombie Jesus. Could we please get a zombie with fucking spiritual powers? Could we get that, please? Well, like not a mindless zombie, but a zombie that could just like turn you into ash by like looking at you. That would be fucking awesome.
Can we preface this by saying we are talking about it's just Krampus. There's a ton. If you go on Netflix Prime, you'll see Krampus and something else in the title.
Mm-hmm.
We're not talking about those movies.
No, there's like
goddamn,
dude, there's so many Krampus
like
movies.
4 years,
it's terrible.
There's so much shit out there. We're talking about the OG, the one that came out in theaters,
2015.
Yeah,
Krampus. And for another reference, this one is PG-13. All the other ones are either unrated or rated R.
Which again tells you how strong this movie is.
Yeah,
I have this thing where I see that rating, I'm like, all right, prove it, dude. If you're gonna be good, it's PG-13. You're already and it delivers, man.
Dude, I think this is this like the first PG-13 movie we're actually going to be talking about?
It might be actually. Holy shit!
I'm like over a year of this, but I feel like this is the first one where we're actually going to.
Not just talk about it, but
break it down and,
pretty excited.
Yeah, exactly. I actually rewatched it earlier and I'll probably watch it again. It's kind of like, his other film, Trick or Treat. I think I watched it 3 times in October.
Yeah.
It's a fucking great movie. So this, and he definitely, you could tell the budget difference with these movies because he got some pretty known actors in Trick or Treat, but you only knew them if you were like into more underground cinema or you recognize them from later stuff you saw them in. This one, he was getting actors like when they were like prime doing, all these actors had already been established.
I think some of them he kind of lucked out on. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Like the one sister, like she had just finished the first season of Fargo as a sheriff.
Yeah,
and then
Allison Tolman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that just worked out perfect for him.
But then she went into later on after this season 1 of Castle Rock.
That's true.
She's in season 1 of Castle Rock, the Stephen King series on Hulu. For those who haven't checked it out, season 1 is good. Season 2, in my opinion, is better. Future stuff about that. But then, I mean, the big name in this, and that's saying it on a slew of a decent amount of big names, is Adam Scott.
You say that, but
because I love Adam Scott.
I know. And if you're a fan of Parks and Rec and Step Brothers,
and I mean, he's.
Well, no. I want to see you continue. All right, because I just named the 2 big ones. Give me anything else.
What's that mock of the Omen one that he did?
Too late.
Where it's like Satan's Little Helper. No, because I watched it, but I can't remember the name of it.
Oh yeah, I know
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay.
He's been in
the one that's a play on the Omen.
Yeah, it's the one that's playing the Omen. No, dude, he's in.
I would say the biggest one here, and she is making kind of a staple for horror movies, is Toni Collette.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Because
but I knew her before horror.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. She was
United States of Terror.
Yeah.
Which woman who had multiple personalities.
And this was kind of her step into it, but I mean, dude. Hereditary. Yeah.
Knives Out. Good comedy.
Yeah.
She was in Knives Out. Also, Sixth Sense. She was in Sixth Sense.
That was kind of her big breakthrough.
Yeah.
So
and that was a while ago.
yeah, you forget she's been in a few horror movies.
Yeah, she's. I don't ever want to. I'm done putting Shyamalama Ding Dong under horror. Like, fuck him. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have a. He's like on the level of Rob Zombie for me. I just don't.
The person that I got most excited about the first time I watched this.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Motherfucking Whammy.
Yeah.
Fucking David Ketchner.
Yes.
God damn it.
So not even Anchorman, but Cheap Thrills.
And it's funny because you could say he's just doing his version of Uncle Eddie from Christmas Vacation.
But he's not.
He's not. Yeah, because Uncle Eddie didn't have a whole trunk full of shotguns. And
what was that, Lucille? What was the name? He named his fucking Hummer.
Yeah.
And fucking. But yeah, those are the two big ones for me. For him is, I mean, he's been in a bunch of shit. Obviously, you know his face, but Anchorman and Cheap Thrills, because you see two opposing sides of his acting.
Oh yeah,
in those two movies. Well, and then R.I.P. We lost her back in October, on the 12th of October this year, was Conchata Ferrell.
Oh yeah,
she was in 2.5 Men. She was the house.
And she does a perfect job, because they're like, we need someone that's that crotchety, like, relative, and she does the perfect job, because the minute she walks in, she just starts talking shit.
Yup. I mean, it's like they took the character from 2.5 Men and was like, just be that.
Yeah.
And we're good. And yeah, she's great. She was Aunt something or other in this movie. I forget her name, but she was awesome.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, it looks like Martha Stewart threw up in here. I'm like, yeah, girl. Gotcha. The other one actor that I need to mention, because it's part of my childhood, is Seth Green is actually in this.
Where did I miss this?
He's Lumpy. Whoever the fuck Lumpy is.
That must be one of the toys that works.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
I don't know.
I just looked that up too. Holy shit.
I don't know what the fuck.
That's pretty fucking random.
It is pretty random, but he's in it. So, again, you see these casts, you hear this cast, and it's definitely way more star-laden, if you want to call it that, than Trick or Treat was.
Yeah.
But, I mean, all right. So he didn't pull any punches with this film. He comes out the gate with just I don't even know if it's a satire, really. Just these people mowing each other down at the store.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's playing the Christmas music, and you think,
Bing Crosby, motherfucker.
I understand.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, Christmas time, and then motherfuckers beating the shit out of each other and fighting over shit. The dark side of Christmas.
Exactly. And I don't think he was really trying to, like I said, be of the satire vein. I feel like he was literally just, no, this is what people do.
Yeah.
Because if anybody ever seen anybody camping out in front of stores and all this crazy shit and during the holidays, like I try to avoid all commerce.
Beating up other parents
during Christmas. Yeah.
Beating up other parents for Tickle Me Elmos,
shit
like that.
Shit. Oh yeah. There's that one toy like Jingle All the Way, or this dumb shit.
Oh goddamn, Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, but no, there's always that one toy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Except for this one, they didn't show one toy. They just showed like people getting tased.
Yep.
And then people just getting the shit beat out of them. Kids just crying in the aisleways.
The best thing I can put with this is this movie is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, but then it gets dark as shit, because they got a huge fucking house.
Mm-hmm.
Like they got some fucking money, and I always thought about that when I watched. I was like, man, Clark is dependent on that fucking bonus from Christmas Vacation, but they got a fucking house enough to get like a huge fucking family in there.
He wants the pool though. That's the only reason he cared about the
that's
check
what I'm
was
saying.
the pool.
I understand, but motherfuckers rolling some cash. Same deal with Adam Scott. That house is fucking huge.
You don't hear him bitching about money at all in this movie, though.
No.
There's not one.
Actually,
not
just
one
the opposite.
second.
I think the kids were bitching about him always working. I'm like, you got fucking like 10 bedrooms in this fucking house.
Yeah, but that goes into the whole discussion of you got to balance. There's that work-home life balance. If all your time at home is broken up by work, then you don't have a balance.
Yeah.
So.
And Toni Collette's just so fucking high-strung on like the house being perfect and everything being perfect.
She wants to be a little, Miss Mary homemaker.
Yeah.
Blech.
Which is funny because everybody that comes in there seems to just talk shit about her decorating, her food.
Yeah.
Like everything that she stressed the fuck out, they're like, that shit sucks ass.
Well, see, there you go. That leads into the family thing where everyone that comes into the house is all family and they know how she is, and they know that makes her be a fucking cunt. So they're like, fuck you and this shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is you get all that established, and you got the son and the daughter, and then all of a sudden the ground starts shaking, and you're like, what the fuck? And that's the fucking Whammy's giant truck pulling up with the rest of the extended family, and
God.
here we go.
Oh, and just the way they're written is amazing. Like they show up with like hot dog mac and cheese or spam mac and cheese or one of the, I don't know.
Yeah, we all get hot dog, spam.
No, I'm not gonna lie, I would have eaten it.
I know.
Just because yummy, but. Like, and then he just like passes off the kid like, oh, it's a loaded warhead, and like just the way they wrote David was, oh, he's like, man, the whole fucking truck smells like shit. Jesus Christ.
And then just as kids, he has the two obvious tomboy girls, and then the kid, which I could best describe him as the same kid. He looks like the same kid as Bad Santa, with the weird, and actually he looks like the same kid from the that gets killed in Trick or Treat.
Oh yeah,
kind of fat kid with the weird fro, like yeah, who just. I think eats.
That kid, I think, is actually from Bad Santa, the kid from Trick or Treat.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
but you can close your eyes and figure out. And again, the kid, I think, he barely talks and just eats anything.
He just stares off into nothing.
Yeah.
But those girls aren't really tomboys, because like towards the end of the movie, you realize that it's just because the dad's forcing all these male things on them. Yep. They're actually not tomboys. Yeah, like naturally, they don't.
He wanted a boy, and they kept having girls, and then eventually they had a boy who just eats and stares at shit. So
exactly, they're not really into all the things that he's forcing on them. So they're, I guess, tomboy by proxy, not really into it, which sucks for them,
But then you have the apologetic like sister to Tony Collette that's just like yeah, we're pretty shitty, but we're family. Like,
what are you gonna do? And Adam Scott's trying to be actually he's even more understanding, and he's like totally being the awesome husband, because he's like, that's just her fucking family, and like he's just trying to tell her like, I love your food, like this is beautiful, you did a good job, and like, but when you've got one against like 7 people talking shit, it just doesn't work.
Christmas Vacation, man, it's just it's the extended family that. But
reverse roles, because it's Clark in Christmas Vacation, not the wife in. Like the wife in Krampus, right? Clark is the one that wanted everyone over at the house in Christmas Vacation.
True.
He wanted to do the Christmas thing.
Yeah.
Not Beverly D'Angelo.
Well, but he, I don't think, intentionally invited Uncle Eddie. That was...
Nobody invited both in-laws to share the same fucking house.
Fuck that noise.
That's what I'm saying, dude. No. So he brought that upon himself. And this, she brought it upon herself. She just, because you have to invite family.
And just in case, in rolls the aunt. Who, again, like we were saying earlier.
They didn't tell her. They didn't tell them they were bringing her. That's right.
She rolls over there, and she's like, I'm going to shit on everything.
What'd she say? Where's the eggnog? I need to get married. And she pulls out a flask. I'm like, all right, yeah. She's my favorite character.
And then I forgot. I guess, I don't know if she was living with them, and I just completely forgot, but Grandma. Yeah.
Grandma from Old Country.
Yeah, from Old Country.
So.
Which I think she's kind of essential to this movie, because.
What do you mean, kind of?
Well, that's what I'm saying, is she explains everything and makes everything, as she can explain it, creepy as fuck. And that's before you find out that her whole family was fucking murdered by Krampus. You know what I mean? Like, I was already kind of creeped out. She said, oh, let me get into this a little bit of why I know Krampus is fucked up, because he murdered my fucking family.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So they're all eating dinner. It's the day before. It's like the day before Christmas Eve. And then the two girls from the sister's family are talking shit about the son still wrote a letter to Santa, and then
he didn't just write a letter to Santa. He wrote a confessional letter to Santa to not just, I want presents, but I want you to fix all the fucked up shit for everybody at the table. Starts talking shit about his dad, his mom, hits the extended family, like enough personal shit. It's not just, hey, I want some cool fucking video games, but like, man, I wish my family, my whole family wasn't so fucked up, and just kind of just a hit list of everybody at the table.
And you're right, but they don't go into that until towards the end of the movie.
Right.
He gets the letter back from Krampus.
Right.
So, then, there's a big explosion, and he attacks the girls, and then he gets sent to his room, and he decides to rip up his letter, and he's like, I hate this, and I want it all to go away. And then that opened up the door for Krampus to come in, and then next thing you know, there's a fucking blizzard outside.
That's what I'm saying. They wake up the next day, that's a fucking giant blizzard, like, and at first you're like, oh, well, everybody likes to get snow on fucking Christmas.
Yeah, but not
power out. And you're like, okay. And the first thing that really made the impression that something's a little off is that there's snowmen built right outside the window.
Yeah, and they slowly appear one at a time. Like, there's one. It's like, hey, Mom, there's a snowman outside. Who built it? Like, I don't know. No one gives a fuck.
Hey, there's 4 of them. and they're all staring at the fucking house.
And they just randomly bring in this random package that was dropped off.
Yeah.
Like, you remember, like, the DHL dude shows up, and there's, like, 2 other packages out there, and they're like, oh, is this you? He's like, oh, it's not me. It must be the boys in brown, because I guess they couldn't say UPS. And
no, they never can.
Then they bring it in. It's like, wait a minute. It's literally in a bag. It's in, like, a Santa kind of bag.
Burlap,
you're
like
just bringing this in, and that's later on what's holding all, like, the fucked up gingerbread man.
Yeah, I was saying the fun things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, all right, this movie doesn't really need a beat for beat, but, like, that's when everything crazy starts happening. You know, like, the sister tries to go to her boyfriend's house or her crush's house. And
first victim.
She stops halfway because she sees something land on the roof, and it's Krampus. That scene is actually fucking horrifying. When he's, like, jumping from roof to roof to roof.
And that's what I'm saying about this, for this being a PG-13 movie, is that he knows how to do stuff to make you jump, freak you out without, going the R route.
Yeah.
Because she jumps under the truck and you just see a Jack in the Box. And you're like,
after you see all those hooves.
That's what I'm
Krampus
saying.
Walks around the truck.
But that Jack in the Box, and it just starts turning. You're like, oh, you're so fucked.
Yeah. But that's before you get to see the Jack in the Box.
That's right.
That's later.
God damn.
Right? But
holy shit, when you see the Jack in the Box.
Oh, yeah. It's fucking, it's a horror movie through and through.
It starts to build up. It doesn't show you everything. You get little hints. And then when it does, you're like, holy fuck. Because there are 2 things that totally fuck with me. That fucking Jack in the Box and those evil fucking baby doll angel fucking things with razor claws. Holy shit.
Fly?
Yeah. That scream and fly? Yeah. It stabbed the fuck out of you? Yeah, those things.
And so the next thing you see when they venture out is, the David Kushner character, hey, I'm going to go out and...
Let's jump on this real quick. The grandmother insists. Like,
keep the fireplace lit.
She's already picked up. She's like, there's something going on here. So she's like, we're just going to keep the fireplace going the entire time. In fact, how about as a team, we make sure we always have a fucking fire, okay? Yeah. Almost like our lives depend on this fucking fire going. Because...
maybe if she had said that from the beginning, though, like, hey, maybe we should...
yeah. Maybe she told the kid, hey, don't throw the letter out because you're going to curse the whole fucking family. But, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
But as the dad and Whammy are fucking going out exploring, they're realizing, like, oh, shit, like, every house is fucked up. And it all starts, like, they go into a house, and the fireplace, the chimney is just fucked up. And that's,
that was the boyfriend's house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Adam Scott's like, he looks and sees a picture of her with the kid at prom, and then... Whammy's like, looks like there was a gas explosion.
Yeah.
And
every house?
Yeah.
Every house but ours?
But then they go into the kitchen, and remember they see a gingerbread man stabbed to the fucking fridge?
Yeah.
Like, he's like, whoever did this is a sick bastard. I'm like, yeah.
Which later on, he's defending himself against those fucking things.
So when they leave that house, they hear the daughter screaming, but I think that was Krampus throwing
fucking
boys.
with them? Yeah.
So, and then there's apparently something in the snow that bites Whammy. It's just dragging him around. It's almost like a Star Wars scene in the trash compactor.
And that's what I'm saying. There's so many things you don't see at the beginning that just start happening. So, and then they get back to the fucking house, and that's when I guess, I don't know. I think once things are kind of, hey, shit's getting fucked up, then the grandmother's like, let me sit you all down and let you know probably what's happening here.
Yeah.
And what I appreciate about it is they did this like animation.
Oh, it was awesome animation too.
I know. It was very reminiscent of like the Rudolph style, but of the most fucked up Rudolph you'll ever see, where she talks about when she was a little girl and fucking Krampus came and pretty much murdered her fucking family.
And then stopped by her door and winked on his way out.
Yeah.
Like, I got you, sis.
But in that animation, that claymation style, holy shit.
It was good. It was really good.
And so everybody kind of knows, oh, fuck. And then start getting picked off one by one. I love the fact that I think the first person really to go, besides people that explore outside the house, was the fat kid with the fro, who literally, when they taunt him to get him near the chimney. I can't remember, was it like a cookie or some food
This is after they come to life.
Right.
Like, they came to life at night. Because the fire went out.
Yeah.
Everyone went to sleep. No one was on fire watch.
See? Yep, they fucked up.
And he got woken up, and the gingerbread men kind of let him with food.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he goes to the chimney, and then they're like, all right, you're ours, bitch. And they just fucking grab him.
And then it's just insanity throughout the house with
the thing that makes them hard. Yeah, I was gonna say the gingerbread men attacking them,
which
with
is
a
hilarious.
fucking nail gun and shit like
dude.
that.
Yeah.
But the scene that will definitely make an impression is they realize the two girls go to the attic, or they went to go check something, and you hear screaming, and then the rest of the family goes up to the attic, and you turn that flashlight, and there are legs going down into this giant fucking Jack in the Box.
Yeah, who apparently can do a Blade 2 shit where he
that's what I'm
spreads out
saying.
his
Is he's
face.
fucking swallowing this kid fucking whole, and then looks at him and opens the extended part of his fucking mouth with giant fucking teeth, and like, what the fuck? And you're like, wow, that's pretty fucked up. And then the screaming baby doll angels start attacking.
Yeah, and then the murder bear shows up.
Yeah, the murder bear. Yeah.
with like a red eye, and it looks like a cyborg bear. He's like, "Arr!" Like what the holy shit. But what's fucked up is they trace the kid down the Jack in the Box spring.
Yeah.
Remember? And into the duck. Like I'm like, this is fucking insane. Yeah. No.
So they start getting taken out one by one, and then we get the fucking elves.
Yeah, which we realized that was the snowmen. Apparently.
Yep.
We're the elves.
Eventually, they're like, all right, we've thinned them out enough. Let's start.
They were making it safe for.
Oh yeah, the big man
to show up. Which, by the way, big man, holy, like he looked giant on those fucking rooftops, but when he's in the house,
goddamn,
holy fuck.
Then the effects on him were fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the fact that they show up and they're like, all right, let's who's being the most obnoxious? Let's take the on out, and they fucking chain her up and just wish her away. I'm pretty sure I can't remember what she says, but she gets one last like, well, shit, I guess this is, and then gone.
Yeah. And then the actual Krampus actually confronts Grandma.
Right, when she tells them get the fuck out, she locks the door. She's like, here we go. Like,
remember? Yeah, it's like, remember me, kind of thing. But which is weird. Why I don't know why he would kill her because she's not a kid anymore.
I guess.
You know what I mean? Like I don't really understand that part.
We'll get to that kill part in a way, because so as they're running through the snow, getting taken out one by one, till it's literally your main kid, Max, the letter writer, and the shit talker, and one of the girls, and Krampus shows up and fucking opens up the portal to hell or whatever it is
in the middle of the fucking suburban street.
Yeah, and he's just like, and he drops the fucking letter down, and Max is like, oh shit,
yeah,
this is my bad, whoops.
Oopsie.
And he's like, and it's what I love about it is it sets you up. He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. And he's like,
take it all back.
I take it all back. And like, you've watched enough holiday movies, enough other movies, you're like, maybe that he's learned his lesson now.
Yeah, it's like Christmas Carol,
and
right?
now things will change. Nope, Krampus fucking tosses the girl into the fucking pit, and then tosses him into the fucking pit.
Yeah.
Which is great because I love it because like I'm sorry, I learned my lesson. I love Christmas now. No, it doesn't fucking
fuck you. Fuck you.
You think you're talking to Santa Claus? No, you're not fucking talking to Santa Claus, motherfucker. All right, you're talking to a person
the
who doesn't.
Anti-Claus.
Yeah, you can apologize all you want. He's on a killing spree, all right?
Mm-hmm. And so that happens.
Oh man!
And then it goes dark.
That's the whole thing. Is it goes dark. I already love this movie. I mean, we're near the end, but you would talk about one of the best fucking endings.
The best fuck you ending.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
It's a giant fuck you ending. It's awesome.
Because it sets you up. He wakes up. He's in bed. Oh.
It worked.
Okay. Yeah, he wakes up and he's like, whoa, what a crazy fucking dream.
So he knocks him over. He knocks them both into hell, but just like Christmas Carol, he actually sends him down the dark, any iteration of Christmas Carol, which... Before we get too big in the ending, I want to point out that they did show Christmas Carol in the beginning of that movie. When they first get back after the big store fiasco, they show, personally, outside of George C. Scott's, my second favorite Christmas Carol iteration with Alistar Sim, 1951's. It's a black and white version.
All right.
And I've loved that one as a kid. It freaked me the fuck out, man. And that's when they have playing while grandma's making cookies when they get home from the mall.
Nice.
And I just thought that was cool, but then as you watch the movie, you're like, oh no, they're doing like the end beat is Christmas Carol. And so I just thought that was cool.
And that's what you think. And he wakes up like, oh my God, I'm so appreciative now. And he comes down and everybody's there. It's Christmas morning. Everybody's opening presents. And everybody, he's like a little weirded out because of the intense dream.
He looks out the window and like everything's normal.
Yeah.
You know.
And what was great is everybody's just chatting, you know, and like doing all their character things they do. And then he opens the present.
And
it's the fucking...
It's that little ornament that Grandma had.
Yep.
That she was given from Krampus when they killed her parent. When he killed her parents. And that's what he gets.
And what's great is he looks at it and then everybody centers on it.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody realizes they all start remembering what the fuck happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then it fucking pans away.
To them, Krampus holding a snow globe with the house in it. They're
in eternal hell, which is Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So good.
It was so good.
He just sets it off to the side and
he's just like with a bunch of other fucked up people. The people that are fucked, like
it's so good.
Yep.
It's so good.
So I guess they just live at Christmas for the rest of their lives. I don't know.
Groundhog Day with people you can't stand to be around.
Then that's the thing. Like it would have been better for him to actually kill them.
Yes, exactly. So this movie,
it's so much fun, man.
It's so fun. It's labeled as a horror comedy. It 100% is a horror comedy, and it's a horror comedy that has relatively no gore, but it has just so much fucked up shit in it that it's still scary.
It's funny though, because some of the toys are, like we were saying, are fucked up. But I mean, they are trying to murder you. But the gingerbread men are pretty hilarious. I mean, they really get a kick out of it. You know,
they make a shiv out of a candy cane.
Yeah,
I mean, this is stupid shit, right?
But they're so cute as they're trying to murder you. Yeah.
Aww. Adam Scott had to deal with that. Remember, he like shoots a nail gun at him and fucking. He's like,
no, that was Whammy because
that's right, that was Whammy.
Literally, one of them's on fire and dives to try to kill him, and then stops because the dog fucking grabs him midair. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, overall, it's a staple, man. I saw it in theaters when it came out in 2015. Picked it up the next year on DVD. It's a holiday classic for me now.
Yeah, it is. It really is. So it doesn't even like come near the chopping block. It just jumps over it.
It's on the shelf.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
It's on the shelf.
It's on the shelf.
It's great. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend starting off your holiday season right and check it out.
Definitely.
Check out Krampus.
Yeah,
I can see how the PG-13 would turn people away.
And again, Krampus. Make sure you find the right one. 2015. Yes. Again, there are a lot of, if you just put in Krampus in the search, you're going to have a lot of options. We're talking about the good one, not all the generic ass shit like copycats.
Krampus Unleashed or Krampus Returns.
God damn, there's so many of them. Yeah.
No, and we've mentioned all the actors that are in it. We mentioned the director. Like you have enough insight for the movie to know you're picking out the right one. Yeah. So, all right, that's going to wrap it up for on the chopping block tonight. So as always, hit us up at lowdownbrown.gui@gmail.com. Let us know your thoughts on Krampus. Let us know movies you want to hear us give reviews about. Let us know genre specific things you want to hear us talk about. And as always, hit up guipodcast.com. Follow all the podcasts under the network. They're all there. As well as our links to TeePublic, which is our merch store, and our link to shop through Amazon. Through our links, we get a little bit of kickback. You know, and I know this is Christmas. We're doing, hey, you know, buy your shit. You gotta buy it through Amazon. Buy it through our link.
Well, especially right now, I think you really want to probably do a lot more Amazon shopping than you might have done in prior holiday seasons.
There's one thing I want to say. The beginning of that movie, it doesn't seem real this year.
Yeah, I know.
At all. Like, it just doesn't seem real.
Unless you're tackling the delivery driver as he's bringing shit to your house. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, everyone there was just like, I want my gift first. Like, that's not going to happen this year.
If only a pandemic could stop. Never mind.
Anyway. So, all right. Until we talk to you again, stay safe.
Join us at GUIPodcast.com. In a world ravaged by movie studios that keep rehashing the same things,
Only one podcaster has the guts to make it even worse. Join Mike the Hobbit as he traverses the internet to bring you some of the best and worst ideas for reboots, remakes, and reimaginings of some of your favorite and least favorite TV and film properties. Ideas like a John Waters He-Man movie, Fantastic Four the musical, and Aliens, done entirely with marionettes. What podcast would bring this evil upon the world? This is Smack My Pitch Up. Available anywhere you get your podcasts.
Hey guys, Scotty Big Daddy Preston here. That's right, the Geek Father, asking you to join me here every other week with friends and family of the GUI Network as we go through all the trials and tribulations of being a geeky parent. So remember, join us or cry.